no, there's less than a minute to go and our team doesn't have the ball. This game is so close, but it looks like Pacific Grove is going to beat us.
Game's not over yet, Mel.
Dad, I really wanted Reggie to win.
Well, Ridgeview is going to have to pull off something very special to win from here.
Hey, look at that! Jack just stole the ball from the Pacific Grove. Go, Jack. Come on, son. You got this.
He has made a break and he is out in the clear.
Pacific Grove didn't expect this. They don't even have their goalie in position. Jack just might do this and save the day for Reggie.
Go, Jack. Go, Jack. Go, Jack.
Come on, Jack. You can do it.
He's running like a lightning bolt out there. Go, son.
Go, Jack. Go, Jack.
Go, Jack. Run.
Look at that! Straight into goal!
We won! Richie wins with seconds to spare!
That was an amazing rescue by our son, Jack King!
Jack saves the day! You legend, Jack!
I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. The threats and the dangers I couldn't see, I was heading right to. I needed help, but I didn't know. Needed saving from an evil foe. But I didn't even know that I was needing rescue.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. King, thanks for coming in today. I wanted to talk to you about your son, Jack. We absolutely love having Jack here as part of our sports team. He's quite a gifted athlete, so it is not his sporting ability that is the reason we're here today.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to say next. His lack of application in his other subjects?
Yes, that is our concern, Mrs. King. Jack seems to be easily distracted in class. He hasn't been completing his assignments and he doesn't hand in his homework. His discernment, his ability to judge choices and decisions well, is not strong at all. I'm just concerned that he's not keeping up with his schoolwork.
Thanks for drawing our attention to this, Mr. Adams. We will certainly follow up with Jack on this matter. So what can we do to assist Jack in his learning?
I really believe that Jack is capable, and with encouragement and support, he can get back on track. I believe Jack would benefit from spending some time in the library. He has a book report due this week.
We will make sure that Jack has that book report done. Please keep us informed on anything else that he is behind in.
I certainly will, Mrs. King. I also really want to see Jack achieving his potential in all other areas, not just in sport.
You can be sure we will address this, Mr. Adams. Thank you so much for your time today, and please keep us in the loop.
You are very welcome, Mr. and Mrs. King. I will be sure to let you know how things go.
Jack, did you get a book from the library today?
Oh no, sorry Mum, I forgot. We were having such a great game of football at lunchtime, I didn't even remember.
Jack, we spoke to you after our meeting yesterday with Mr. Adam. You have a book report that needs to be finished this week, Jack. If we go right now, we will make it just in time before the library closes.
Mum, do we have to go now? It's only a book report. I can get a book tomorrow. I wanted to go for a bike ride with Jono this afternoon.
Jack, you are definitely not going on a bike ride with Jono today. You are going right now to the library to get a book for your book report.
Hi, Mrs. Jones.
Hi, Melody. Good to see you. And Jack, I'm glad to see you too. What can I help you with?
I have to do a report on a book.
Well, you've come to the right place, Jack, because libraries are full of books.
The problem is, I don't know which book to choose. It would be so much easier if there was just one book.
Funny you should say that. You can always choose the book, Jack.
Can you be a little more specific? There are books everywhere here. I just need an interesting book to do my book report on. I can see one over there, The World of Sport. Now that's the sort of book I could get into. I think I'll choose that one.
Mrs. Jones, when you said the book, what book were you talking about?
There is one book, Melody, that is better than any other book. It is a story, a historical record, an adventure, a self-help book, and more, all in one. And it is written from facts, not fiction. I never stop learning from the book, no matter how many times I read it. I am always learning new things. It even tells me what will happen in the future. The most important things about life and the universe can be found in this book. It is better than any other book anywhere. That is why I call it the book.
Jack, have you found your book?
Yes, Mum. I have it right here.
Great. Come on, kids, we need to go. I still have lots of things to do before dinner. Thanks, Mrs. Jones.
Jack, did you get to the library today?
Jack forgot again, Dad.
I got a book. I went to the library.
After Mum had to take us back after school because you were too busy playing football.
Mel, let Jack answer.
I have a book for my book report now. It's called The World of Sport.
That sounds like the sort of book you would choose, Jack.
It's actually a really interesting book, Dad.
I'm really pleased to hear that you're getting into reading, Jack. Mel, how was your day?
Pretty good, Dad. Did you know that they're going to have a school musical and that Ali and I are going to try out for it?
That sounds great, Mel. I know how much you love singing, and I'm sure you will do very well.
Hey, Dad, we were in the library today and I was talking to Mrs. Jones. She said something about the best book in the world and she called it the book. But I didn't get to ask any more. Do you know what she was talking about? What is the book? And what is it about? Do we have one? Can I have a look at it?
Lots of questions there, Mel.
I have so many questions. There is so much I don't know. I really want to understand. I want to learn and grow and make sense of the many things I read, I hear, I see. I want to be the very best person I can be. So I keep on asking, I keep on listening, I keep on watching, yes, I observe. I'm gonna keep on asking questions so I can learn.
I'm not sure exactly what book Mrs. Jones is talking about, but calling a book the book would suggest that this book is more important than all other books. So maybe you could ask Mrs. Jones for more information about the book. And I would be interested to hear about this myself.
Is that what you were talking about with Mrs. Jones while I was borrowing my book today?
Yes, she was talking about the book. I'm really curious about what the book is. Have you heard of it before, Jack?
No, I haven't, Mel, but it does sound really interesting. Maybe even a mystery.
Ugh. Jack, why don't you come with me to the library tomorrow and we can see Mrs. Jones? Maybe we can ask her more about it.
That would be impressive, Jack. 2 days in a row in the library.
Okay, Mel, I will come with you to the library tomorrow. But right now, I have a book report to do.
And I am going to do some practice for the musical tryouts. I love to sing, so I'm practicing. I love to sing, so I'm practicing. I love to sing, so I'm practicing. I love to sing, so I'm practicing.
Mel, that is really annoying.
I want to find out about the book. I want to find out about the book. I want to find out about the book.
Mel!
Hi, Mrs. Jones.
Hello, Mel. And hello, Jack. Good to see you back. What do we owe the pleasure of seeing you 2 days in a row in the library?
Yeah, I suppose it's a bit unusual for me, but it's raining today, so there was no game of football on the oval. I needed something to do.
Mrs. Jones, we were really curious. Yesterday you told me about the book, and I couldn't stop thinking about it.
And she couldn't stop singing about it.
That book. Of course.
Do you have one here? Can you tell us more about it? Can we see it? Can we borrow it?
You do ask so many questions, Mel. Yes, of course I have one here. I keep my very own personal copy right here and I read from it every day. But there are several copies in the library too, so you're very welcome to borrow a copy from the library. It's in the non-fiction section.
Who is the author?
Well, there are actually many authors who have written sections of this book. As I told you yesterday, Mel, it is an inspired book. It is also the best-selling book in the world. Its text was written over the course of 1,500 years.
This book sounds amazing, Mrs. Jones.
That it is, Mel. It is a wonderful book that is full of adventure. I love reading mine.
I'm going to find the book, Mel.
How big is the book, Mrs. Jones?
It is a compilation of 66 books, broken into chapters. And something else you would love about this book, Mel, it has over 185 songs in it.
Really? I do love to sing.
Excuse me, Mrs. Jones. I can't seem to find a copy of the book anywhere.
I'm not surprised. The book is also known by another name. I'll give you a few more clues and see if you can work it out.
Okay.
The book is divided into 2 sections. There are 39 books in the first section and 27 in the second section, making 66 altogether. What I really love about this book is that it tells us how to live a good, content life now, but also of a better life to come.
So the other name for this book is?
Wait, I think I know, Mrs. Jones. Is the book also called the Bible?
Yes, that's right, Mel.
So the Bible?
Yes, the Bible.
The Bible?
Yes, the Bible.
The Bible is the book we really need. So the Bible.
Yes, the Bible.
The Bible.
Yes, the Bible.
The Bible is the book we really need.
Really need.
So the Bible.
Yes, the Bible.
The Bible.
Yes, the Bible.
The Bible is the book we really need.
The Bible is the book, so pick it up and take a look. The Bible is the book you really need.
We really need.
Hi, kids. How was your day?
We got it, Dad. We got it from the library.
You got it?
Yes, Dad. We went back to the library.
Wow, I'm impressed, Jack. 2 days in a row in the library.
That's what everyone keeps saying. Well, it was raining today, Dad, so there was no game of football at lunchtime. I needed something to do. Anyway, we saw Mrs. Jones and found the book. She let us borrow it too.
Oh, yes. The book. What is so special about this book?
Well, it is actually 66 books in one.
And it is the world's most stolen book.
With over 185 songs in it. La 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 la.
Mel, not the time to be singing. It's also the world's best-selling book, written over a period of 1,500 years.
And it tells me of what has happened in the past and what will happen in the future.
Ooh.
Sounds amazing. Show me this book, kids.
Here it is, Dad.
It's a Bible?
Have you seen this book before, Dad?
I have seen it. I've heard bits about it, but I haven't really read it.
I used to have a Bible once. My grandmother gave it to me. It might be still packed in a box somewhere. I must see if I can find it.
Have you ever read the Bible before, Mum?
Well, I remember my grandmother used to read me stories from the Bible. They were pretty interesting. I did enjoy listening to her explaining the stories to me too. When my grandmother read to me from the Bible, she told me all about God's love for me. I felt such peace.
Well, I am keen to find out what makes this book so special.
If it gets you into doing more reading, son, then I would say it's a good thing.
This is the first sentence. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
So this book is about God then? God has a capital G. So he's a person, right?
Whoa there, Jack.
It looks pretty big, so I think there must be lots of things to learn from this book. We might need some help to figure it all out.
Mel, let's get started and see what we can find out.
Yeah, you go right ahead. Let me know if you find anything interesting, kids.
You know, Tony, I remember hearing the stories from the Bible from my grandmother. There is something very special about that book. I had actually forgotten all about it.
I really don't know much about the Bible at all, Sally. I don't remember ever really reading it before. Hearing what the kids have said has got me curious, though. I might even look into it a bit myself.
I can remember a time long ago when I heard stories from the Bible, but now I want to know more about the things I've heard, more about this book, why it is so special. Gonna have another look.
Don't know much about the Bible, but I want to know more about what it has to say, so I'm gonna explore and see if there are things I need to know and understand. I think we should investigate and find out what we can. Yes, I do agree that it's just what we should do. I'm gonna start exploring the Bible with you.
Before I start reading this book, Sal, I'm just going to do an online search and see if I can find out anything about the authenticity of this book. I want to know how real and true it is. Practice some of that discernment Mr. Adams talked about.
Okay, well, while you do that, I'm going to check some of the old boxes I have in the garage and see if I can find the Bible my grandmother gave me. It has to be here somewhere. This is the last box to check. There it is! My grandmother's Bible! I would so love to sit with her again and listen to her read from this book. Yeah, it's a bit dusty. This must be an important part. Grandma has it underlined. These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lay down and when you get up. Is this talking about teaching our children about this book? It is coming back to me. The stories from Grandma about how much God loves everyone. Jack and Mel need to learn about the Bible, about the God who loves them so much. In fact, I think that I might need to learn about the Bible too. I'm sure that this book is the key to so many important things.
The kids seemed quite taken with the Bible they brought home, and Sal certainly seemed to have some good things to say about it. I just might check it out for myself.
The Bible is a great book, and it has very inspiring stories. But have you ever wondered whether the stories in the Bible actually happened? Are they actually true? The exciting thing is that you can be confident that the stories in the Bible did happen. Let me tell you why. There are scientists called archaeologists who dig up the dirt in the land of Israel. And while they're digging, they dig up pieces of pots and stone tablets which people wrote messages on. Everything they find matches up with the stories in the Bible. Isn't that amazing? Then there's prophecy. Prophecy is predictions of the future. About a quarter of the Bible is prophecy. But there is a very special type of prophecy in the Bible. It's the prophecies about the life of Jesus. Now, Jesus is the main character in the Bible. The prophecies that focus on Jesus show us that you can trust what the Bible says.
That was interesting. It actually makes sense.
The Bible has been given to you to inform, correct, encourage, and teach. It tells of the past, it informs the future. It is full of the message of truth and life. This book is the story of my great love for you. Read it carefully, study it well. This is the roadmap of my plan for you all.